What's up, guys? I wanted to give you an update on how things have been going for us since we've been pushing the projects back into the winter. So previously, I told you that that was a strategy that I was going to use to try to fill up the back end of our winter schedule. And man, I want to give you guys a report that is really paying dividends. I'm going to show you a sample project here in this video of the kinds of jobs that we are backloading into the winter. I've got other sod jobs that are on the books for in January, and it has really proved to be a great strategy for one, filling up the back end of our schedule, which is typically a really slow season for us. Kind of keeping cash flow relatively steady. It keeps our guys busy, and the clients are getting a little bit of a price break by getting some of these bigger type jobs done during our slow season. So in my eyes, it really is a win-win for everybody. On top of that, we're able to execute these frankly very labor intensive jobs when it's nice outside, when it's cold outside. Man, there is a drastic difference between doing this type of work in December when it's like 50 degrees outside versus August whenever it is 110 degrees outside. It's like night and day. You guys up north, man, y'all got it made. Anyways, let's jump into this project that we recently completed. I'm going to give you an idea of how much this project costs. At the end of the video, I'm going to give you a couple takeaways on things that you could do to help balance out your cash flow. So this project in general, like rock is labor intensive, dude. Like it's super labor intensive. And that's not a project that we typically want to be doing in the middle of summer. So this project came across our books, and I laid it out there for the client. Said, hey, this is a project that we'd really like to push back to the winter. I can give you a price break. It's a win-win for everybody. So if this project can be pushed back, that's what we would like to do. She was completely agreeable to it, and it worked out fantastic. So on this project right here, I actually pulled out my Moser 2 measuring device and made sure that my measurements were super accurate. You can see right here on these little curved areas, typically in the past, this is something that I would kind of eyeball and say, I might need a quarter pallet of sod. And what would always happen in the past is I would either be slightly over, slightly under, or maybe I might be way over or way under, and I always just ended up with extra material, and that would either represent money out of my pocket or money out of the client's pocket. I gotta tell you that this device has just solved that issue. Like I literally measured this out and knew that, okay, it needed like 58 pieces of sod. Like it was that accurate. Or on the rock portion over here, it's one of those things where you can eyeball it and say, man, this looks like about 5 yards of rock, maybe 6 yards of rock, and kind of go from there. But I used Moser to take those flower bed measurements, and I knew that I wanted the rock to be 3.5 to 4 inches deep, and it said that I needed exactly 5 yards of this rock. So I just went to the local supply store, got 5 yards, and guess what? I ended up using every single stone, had no waste at all. And again, what that translates to is money saved for the client and more profit for me because I'm not overbuying on the material. Don't forget that if you want to try Moser 2 out, I always keep a little discount code in the bottom of my video descriptions. So go down there and check it out. Save yourself a little bit of money by using my discount code, and your use of that code does go back to supporting the channel, and I thank you guys in advance. So how can you use this strategy to fill up the back of your schedule to keep yourself busy during the winter? It's very difficult during the winter, depending on what part of the country you're in, to keep yourself busy. And I gotta tell you, like, you just have to be proactive during those conversations with clients in the middle of the year when you got work flooding in, or maybe it's like super hot. You just have to put it out there. You have to be the person that lays it out and pitch it to them that it is a benefit to them. Most of the time, people, they want to get stuff done and they have it in their mind that like they got to get it done now. They got to get it done now. But if you will present them with the option that said, hey, I know everybody wants to get all their projects done yesterday, but if you are willing to wait 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, or whatever it is, I will put you on my schedule, and I will give you a $400 discount, a $600 discount, or whatever that number is for the project. I would suggest, instead of telling people that you're going to give them a percentage discount, if you have a big project, I would use big numbers. So if you have like, let's say it's a $10,000 project, you tell somebody, I'm going to save you 10%. That doesn't sound very exciting, but like if you tell somebody I'm going to save you, $1,000, on your $10,000 project, like that'll make people's ears perk up. So my point being is on these bigger projects, don't use percentages, use actual real life numbers. Tell them, say, hey, if you can push this off, man, I'm going to save you $2,000 on this project because we're just wide open busy, supply and demand thing. To make sure you're pitching it to your clients that it is a benefit to them, that if they are willing to wait for these projects, it's going to save them a substantial amount of money. And most of the time, like what I have seen, like whenever I've presented people with that option, they have been very, very interested, and a lot of them have said, yeah, let's just push this work back into the winter. Now, again, if your schedule's wide open and you can do this work during the summer because you don't have a full schedule, go ahead and get it done. But I'm saying if you're super busy with mowing and then you're doing your hedge trimming, your mulch installations, all the maintenance stuff that just bogs you down, and you get these bigger projects, I would just say be proactive whenever you're having those conversations with people, because you would be shocked. And it is a tremendous benefit during the winter when you got these big influxes of cash coming in like this. At least for us, it has been a game changer this winter, and I just wanted to share that with you guys.